We're gonna do a song that you never heard before. The volume.
Here they come and get wicked. Here we go again. Ace Kennedy, my brother from another mother.
What's good, bro?
Man, you still in the holiday spirits, bro?
Oh yeah, still in holiday spirits. I can't really go into much detail about that, but yeah, I'm definitely still in the holiday spirits.
Yeah. Me too, though, bro. I think that for me, I think that the one thing that is interesting, man, is that for me, I think that probably I'm trying to separate my birthday from Christmas, because usually when you got like them, if you a Sagittarius, right, you got them November, December birthdays, and then depending on how close you are to December, to Christmas, you always get them Christmas birthday presents, them birthday Christmas presents, and everything like that. So I'm trying to keep my birthday celebration separately from Christmas. So, but once I get past this weekend, getting out for my birthday weekend, though, bro, I think that I'll probably the clock then will start to be a little faster on Christmas, though, bro. So yeah, I'm pretty excited, though, man.
Well, it's funny you say that because Layla's birthday is the 14th and Carly's birthday is the 28th. So got two of them December birthdays. And then turn around in February, you got Charlie's birthday, Sarah's birthday, and Valentine's Day.
Yeah, see, I'm usually like that in June, right? Because Nequa, her mom, dad, and Father's Day is all within 3 days apart, basically, though, man. So it's always one of them things though where it's like Christmas in the middle of the month, and then even when it first hit the fall, it ain't that much better because we got Kima birthday, Landon birthday, and then the anniversary is all within like a 2 to 3 week window. So yeah. We got fall, in some midsummer. That's it. Spring, you kind of relax a little bit and it's straight though, man. But you prepping for that June, and then get a breather, recover, back at it in the fall though, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look, we got a lot to get into.
Let's do it, boy.
Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time.
Tragic.
Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time.
Hey, listen, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the Slash Brothers YouTube and Facebook pages. You can go ahead and subscribe, click on the link, click on the notification bell. That way you get the heads up whenever your boys and them are going live. Ace Kennedy. We got Hey, right before we hopped on, man, I saw that there was an arrest made in the shooting death of the homie Takeoff. And what was crazy about this is that they tried to make it seem earlier on, man, like immediately after it happened, that somebody had already died. The gunman had already, been taken care of. So I thought that it was crazy that two fairly young boys wind up getting arrested behind this, though, man. What's your thoughts?
Well, I had no clue. I didn't hear anything about it. Oh, excuse me. But I will say, for his family, if this is some sort of closure or justice or whatever, then that's the only concern I have. Obviously, I don't want to see any more young black men going away for stuff, but at the same time, actions have consequences. And like I said, if the family, if this is some kind of closure for them, or putting a, something of peace for them, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think that whether or not wherever they said happened before, I think that here's what I would hope as much as possible, man, that people opt to not try to hold court in the streets, right? So
Hmm.
I'm hoping that people let whatever the due process is actually happens and not necessarily look for street justice to resolve something like this. And I'm hoping that this would be I know that some people still feel like, they want to have, there should be some revenge or payback. And I don't know if this is going to be enough for those people, but I think that at least for the family of his, I would hope that they would feel some solace in seeing that, that things are being done to give their family some type of justice, even though they may never have complete closure behind it though, bro. But
Yeah.
I just saw that right before we hopped on though, man.
Yeah. Yep. Didn't see that at all. So that was news
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, but you know what also has been something that's been in the news. Like it's funny because we talk about stuff
Hmm.
because people are talking about it. So a lot of times it might be gossipy, it might be the tea, you know what I'm saying? But if people are talking about it, we talk about it, right? And I think
Right.
that
Right. Right.
people generally like to hear what we think about stuff. So what was crazy about this, man, is that this week the big thing that's been circulating basically is regarding Good Morning America. TJ Holmes and his co-host Amy Robach, I think that's how you say her name, Robach back. But they were spotted around having very intimate outings, though. Ace Kennedy. Now listen, this is kind of crazy because for one, I'm familiar with the cast, but I don't
Hmm.
watch Good Morning America because usually all of the sports shows are on at the same time, and that's where I'm typically watching if I do.
Right.
Right. But what I do know, right, is that both of these people married, right?
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Very married, right?
Yeah.
So here it is in the workplace. You have a scenario. When they always say, yeah, her work
Their work wife.
husband. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got a work
The work
wife, a
wife
work
became
husband.
the real wife.
Listen, bro. Listen, what I think is crazy is this. What I'm kind of curious, right? Is some people are surprised by this that they're both married. But my
Hmm.
question is this more common? Because you and I have worked in professional work environments, right,
Yeah.
for years. How common would you think that? Not that you've seen it, but it seems like this would be something
No, no,
normal.
no, no.
Unfortunately,
This is very common. You mean all the way from Little Caesars up to the corporations that we work at. Uh,
facts.
there are office romances. I mean, you think about it, right? You spend probably 8 hours or more connected to these people. You see more sometimes than your regular families. Um, and if there's two people of the opposite sex, two people of the same sex, or whatever, you can become connected. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely been office romances within my organization. I ain't diming nobody out, I ain't putting nobody names out there. And there's actually even a couple that's married out there. And I mean, they don't work in the exact same uh office, but they are in the
Right.
same building. And they communicate and do everything just fine. They are very professional, and uh it's dope. So I think, it's each his own. Every situation is different. Obviously, we don't know the details of what's going on within their personal, as far as their, with their real significant others. If there was drama on the horizon beforehand, if so we don't know the details on that. But
Well, wait a minute. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Here's what's interesting you say that because introducing this dynamic, how
Mhm,
this looks, right? How this looks. So TJ Holmes, he's a brother,
mhm,
right? TJ Holmes is married to a sister. And when I say she like just black girl, she's a sister, right? She looks like when I tell you a sister, boom, that's exactly what she looked like. She said she's completely blindsided by this thing, though, bro. So apparently she had no idea about it at
Okay.
all, right? But does it? Let me ask you this though. I know I kind of know where you are gonna go, but I still want you to at least say it. Does it look at all some kind of way that the homie is out here? He's black. He's cheating on his black wife with this white woman. Does that dynamic make any difference?
None whatsoever. The thing is that we said this before. If Beyonce can get cheated on,
Don't bring up. Why are you bringing up Beyonce, bro?
if Nia Long could get cheated on, what do these other women? What do they stand? If Cardi B can get cheated on, where do these other women stand, brother?
And listen, I'm gonna be honest. I like Cardi more. The more I see Cardi B, I like her, bro.
I love Cardi B.
Yeah, I
Cardi.
like. I
Love
see.
her.
I just. This is a funny thing about it. I noticed that. I noticed that from a couple of weeks ago, right? That I saw Cardi B on Instagram, and I thought she's one. I don't follow a lot of people. I don't follow a lot of celebrities anyway on TikTok. My TikTok follow the people who I follow. It's a very weird. Landon was like, "Why do you follow these particular people?" Right? So oddly enough, Missy is one of the few people that I follow on TikTok, celebrities. And Cardi B is one of the people who I follow on TikTok. I saw Cardi B the other day. She did a hey, this is a favorite holiday drink of mine that I like to drink.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I felt like it was very entertaining. I'm thinking like, listen, how did I not know that I needed this Cardi B cooking show in my life though, bro? I was so entertained by it. Like it confirmed to me that I like it. So you do have a point though, man. Like she seems to be very likable, at least publicly. Who knows how things are behind closed doors? But I think that it is kind of interesting though, because the thing that looked very interesting to say, for lack of better words, with this thing is that the rumors of this affair comes out, right?
Yeah.
Next day they back on TV like nothing ever happened, right? They just professional as you can be. They just are going about things like people don't know that they didn't have this affair.
I am for it because what you do in your personal life should not affect your personal life. I mean, your professional life.
I agree.
And so my thing is that yes, they are public figures, but everybody has a digital recording device in their hands at all times. So if that's the case, whatever is going on privately doesn't need to be discussed publicly. They ain't got nothing to do with Good Morning America.
Yeah.
If anything, that little bit of controversy will actually get more eyes on Good Morning America. So, and it's a win-win.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you though, bro. I think that for me, the fact that they just went about this like it was nothing almost makes it seem like, you know how when people say, we'd like it if you guys would respect our privacy, give us some time or whatever. To me, it made it seem very much like that, where you can actually go at your public job, act like things ain't never happened, never have to address it. I think that it was their way of saying, hey, we just like for y'all to respect our privacy and ask our privacy, and not actually have to say it though, bro. So I'm totally impressed with their professionalism though, man. I absolutely am. I can't say that I'm not.
I'm here for it, bro. Like I said, my thing is if nobody knows what, like even if the wife is saying she was blindsided, right? What, and unless he was a complete a-hole, right? And just like completely had a whole different, but something tells me there was other stuff going on. And then it got to this point, and then she was just blindsided because it was this public. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I ain't even finna speculate, So
that is interesting, man.
No word on him though, on her side.
No word, none at all though, bro. But you know what I'm saying? People, like people are pulling up, you know what I'm saying, the pictures of her and her husband on vacation. It look like they're having a grand old time, looking like they're happy. And that just is one of those things where you never know what's going on behind someone's closed doors versus what they actually want you to see on social media. I mean, because they look like they are just completely happy in the pictures and everything. And you just never know how, what someone really feels and what's really in their hearts though, bro. But it has been one of the things though, bro, that people have been, commenting, and they're all different sides of the spectrum though, bro. So I think it's interesting, bro. Very, very interesting. But because they both are so very public, I mean, Good Morning America is every day you in front of the TV though, bro. You're in front of the nation basically though, man. So it's one thing to have a cheating
lives, though, bro.
Yeah, it's one thing to say that you're cheating, but it's another one for it to be with your co-host though, bro. So I don't know. I'd be curious to know if they have any things in their contracts that talks about fraternizing. Yeah. So I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. Transition. So talking about cheating. I feel like that's a terrible way to transition, but ain't no good way to do it, right? But so Kanye has been Kanyeing, right? He's been all over the place. Yeah, he been yayin, bro. But he was recently on I think it's Alex Jones, and he was talking to all this other stuff, and it's weird because he's talking about, he brings up Hitler again, he brings up Nazi and this, that, and the other. And one of the points that he made was basically that, what I'm saying, like, all people have some good contributions to society, to life, even Hitler, basically. And that's, again, the stuff that he said, it like he's just throwing stuff out there.
I still see what sticks.
Yes, I still would love for someone to just ask him, what is your aim? Like, what is your goal? Not necessarily how do you feel or what do you think. What is your intentions by doing this? Are you trying to draw awareness to something? Are you you're looking for the attention so you can spot, like, why? Like, that's the why.
He is trying to prove that that cancel culture is not a thing, that he cannot, there is no such thing as a cancel culture. Like, he can say and do whatever he wants to do because in his mind, he is free and there's no consequence to what he's saying. So he believes that in his brain, he could say all of this stuff and people, and as long as he keeps saying God, 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 and love, 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 that people will just look at that and that's it. And he knows the controversy sells, right? So yes, his Twitter account is suspended again. And, he makes these claims about stuff. He still makes jabs about things, about who's in the hierarchy of power and how much stuff he can get away with and why nothing has happened to him. And he does all of these things. And yes, he loves the attention. And so the thing is, I bet you he believes, watch now, see, they all talking about they hate me, whoop-de whoop-de whoop. And if I drop a song right now, it'll be out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff that he feels like he can do.
Is he so is he getting ready to drop a song? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's he gonna do? Is he dropping the project? Like, what? Because he already said that all of that Balenciaga and Gap stuff that he was basically selling it for $20. I don't know what he's gonna listen. You already paid. You already said you done spent $10 million in Balenciaga stuff this year. So I don't know how you make your money back by selling the 20. Maybe it's not that, but I'm saying you're gonna resell something for 20 to wear. It's the Ye 24. So you saying on your campaign, that's one thing. But I'm just wondering, like, is it what exactly is the thing? That's what I would want to know. You got everybody's attention. Now, what are you gonna do with it? Just talk about your ideas on conspiracies again, this, that, and the other. Like, what exactly are you planning to do? That's all I want to know.
Bro, I ain't no telling, but here's the thing. I don't even care. This man has the fame, the notoriety, the power to basically do anything. And I feel like he's using it for, with power comes responsibility. And right now he is spewing and saying some things because here's the thing, bro. What you're you are like tripling, quadrupling down against Jews, right? when you're talking about one, like it would be like if somebody came out and started talking about, man, I know slavery was bad, but even those slave masters were good. You know what I'm saying? Had some good in them. Black
Yeah.
people would be.
You be out there talking about, yeah, Andrew Jackson, yeah, he had slaves, but he was our president. He did do these things good. That's absolutely.
Yeah, so that's pretty much, man, what he's doing, bro. So
So look,
yeah.
in the midst of that, some of the details of his divorce being finalized came out, and they pointed out that this man has to pay Kim $200,000 a month,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I think it's what I think
Wait,
is
wait,
crazy.
what'd you say?
He has to pay her $200,000 a month.
I know you. Okay, I thought you said it sounded like $2,000. I was like, no, I thought it was
No.
200,000.
200,000. So look, I think it's what I think is crazy, right? It's because like a lot of the stuff that the old Kanye would say, right? 18 years, he got 18 years. I know a person now who baby mama car career is bigger than his. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, bro, like this can't be the same, Ye, bro. This can't be the same, Ye. But so amid all that stuff coming out, he says, so we can go ahead and close this window. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there that I call Kim with CP3, bro. Ace Kennedy.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Listen. What are we doing? Listen, what are we doing about this? What are we thinking about this, though, bro?
Nothing. I'm gonna be honest.
You
Like,
think he's lying?
I don't know, but here's the thing, bro. I don't like. I've never heard anything about Chris Paul, right? Anything. Like,
He's married, though, right?
he is. He's married.
Okay.
Met his wife. Met little Chris. They seemed very happy when I met them, and again, that was some years ago. I get it, but I'm just saying, bro. Like, Kanye just be saying stuff. Like, here's the thing: his credibility is so shot. I'm inclined not to believe it. But here's my thing. This is how much I don't even believe it. I have my CP3s on today, bro. Got many compliments on them too.
You supporting CP3 like that, huh?
And you know, hey, I told you that my two favorite players in the NBA, 1A and 1B, is Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook. Them two brothers can't never do wrong, right? And I mean, they can never do anything wrong. So I'm always gonna be in support of CP3. But
so, question for you then.
Mm-hmm.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So if you see Kanye, this is I'm gonna propose to you the question you proposed to me off air.
Yeah.
If you see P3, you see Kanye, is it on site, bro?
It's on site.
It's on site.
It's on site. It is on site because you have now besmirched my name, and I definitely you getting that on site, bro. The thing is that whether it's true or not, I gotta answer questions, right? Lil Chris is old enough to be on Twitter. So if he's on Twitter, if Lil Chris is on Twitter and he's like CP3 or Chris Paul, and he's clicking on it to see why his dad is getting roasted, you know what I'm saying? I gotta answer questions to my son, even if my wife is on Twitter or not. Some of her friends is DMing her or calling her, texting her. I got to answer to that. Like, nah, you have created some unnecessary drama within my house. Even if he saw Chris and Kim together, who's to say it wasn't business related? We all know Kim does great work, lawyer work, stuff like that. Chris is the former NBA spokesman for the Players Association, whatever the case may be. We have no idea. Oh, also, Chris Paul, they're working on a documentary for him. There's so many different things as to why he could have been with this woman.
Ace Kennedy, listen, I'm gonna tell you this, bro. I'm glad that I have a friend like you in my corner who I know will defend me to no end. But let me tell you this though, bro.
What?
If you Kanye West, I don't care about that, right? I don't care about that. Now, the reason why I say that is because who knows when he caught her with Kim. I'm gonna assume though that it had to been some time ago because you still wanted her back, right? So if you tell me that if you told me don't know, since we've been separated, Chris Paul done smashed my wife, right? If you tell me during this period that you did, then I feel like, okay, I don't know how much of a sucker you look like. But if you tell me that during your marriage, she stepped out on you and you still forgave her and you were still married, and so you're divorced and all these other things happened afterwards, that's still one thing. So my thing is this. If you're Kanye West, you're basically saying, if this happened while I was still actively married to her, and even if you were trying to mend your relationship, then to me that means that you didn't care about my kid. I got a kid also who's trying to get on social media, who's starting to be in the know of that stuff. So forget little Chris and the little boy after him, and forget your wife. I'm dropping these bombs, right?
But
But at
that's
the
what I'm
same
saying.
time,
Because of the fact that that Ye doesn't care about the repercussions of his actions, of him saying that, that's exactly why it's on site.
but still, you weren't concerned about your actions and your repercussion when you were smashing the whiz. That's all I'm saying. So it's a two-way street on that conversation. But for that reason,
That's
I
if,
do.
but that's what I'm saying though. I am in belief that nothing happened though. That's what I'm saying.
I'm
So
of the belief, bro. I'm gonna say this. I'm of the belief. I'm of the belief that it did happen, bro.
okay, but so that's why I'm saying it's like the way I'm looking at it is that it didn't happen. So now because of who you are and the power that you have and the words that you speak, you have spoken a bunch of things into action. Like I gotta answer questions that I shouldn't even be answering, right? And so now you got to run the fade. You owe
You
me
got to
5
run the
million.
fade. You got to run the fade if it did not happen, right? But if it did happen, so to me, this is the thing about it. If it did happen, then if you saying CP, you got to run me my fade. I'm looking. It's on site with
He ain't fighting
you.
nobody. He ain't
Well,
fighting
I don't
nobody.
think. Yeah, listen, I don't think. Listen,
Listen.
listen.
Ye is all talk. He ain't
Part of
want
me
that smoke.
believes it.
He ain't
Yeah.
want that smoke with Pete Davidson. He ain't want that smoke with Diddy. He ain't want
No.
that smoke with who my dude that's not signed to a label right now. They just got out of jail riding the four wheelers, hanging out with
Meek.
Meek Mill. He ain't want that smoke.
He don't listen. I don't think. Listen, Kanye.
And
Kanye
this
don't seem like he fighting.
and you know what I would do? I would take the Cardi approach, bro. If it didn't happen, if I'm CP3, I'm suing for defamation, bro.
Right. So that is my point.
Yeah, I'm
If
suing
it
for
did
defamation.
happen, but this is my thing though. I just think that of all people, right? You go pull Chris. He could have said anybody. He could have said the game.
He could
He
have
could have
said
said Meek Mill.
Swaggy P.
He could have said Swaggy P. He could have said anybody. But I just thought that the name was so specific for it to just be random. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, I get that, but like I said, if I'm CP3, bro, I'm suing for defamation. I ain't because you ain't gonna never get to touch Kanye, bro. And if you do, he gonna be the one going to the police. So if that I'm taking more money out your pocket, bro. Like as Dave Chappelle said, put this chain on, bro, because you about to be a millionaire. Because you ain't even finna be close. You might be close to 1,000 there when I'm done, bro.
Kanye does seem like because of the people who I've recently seen Kanye with, he strikes me as the kind of person who would instigate and agitate a fight. You put your hands on him and he's doing this to sue you. But he ain't looking to throw them fisticuffs.
No, he ain't. But that's what I'm saying. That's where you ain't even got to say nothing to him. You just go ahead and file that defamation suit, like all these other people that had to pay like with the Cardi case, when she was out here, when that girl was out there saying Cardi had herpes and all that other stuff, she had to pay that money. And 50 still on that girl head about that money she owed.
Oh my gosh, 50 comes out like every 6 months. And it's almost like 50 is looking at her like a tax write-off. Like every time it's getting closer to tax season, 50 come on out there. And he almost got that as a debt on his tax stuff that he has to go ahead and get some credit on though, bro. So yeah. It is interesting though, man. But listen, I'm gonna assume though, bro, that because he didn't just randomly say that's just so random.
Specific.
And right, I'm saying their family does have a history of messing with NBA dudes. So it's like he didn't pick a football player.
Yeah, but I'm also the other thing too is Kanye is not thinking about his kids can see him.
I did think about something. Here's why it's making more sense, bro. Because don't Kylie Jenner, the other Jenner, don't she date Book?
Yeah.
I'm seeing the parallels here now.
And I saw somebody bring that up too, but that don't mean nothing, bro.
Listen. How did that? Okay. Listen, think about this.
Is it Kylie or Kendall? Which one is?
It's Kendall.
Which one is Travis Scott with?
Travis Scott is with Kylie.
Okay.
So it's Kendall. So think about this though, right? Kendall is the younger one. Book is the younger. Kim is the OG of their family. CP is the OG. So I don't know. Like I said though, bro, I'm not gonna say I can see because I don't know enough about CP3 personally to talk about what I think he would do or wouldn't do. I'm just saying though, bro, like it does kind of seem like I can run the parallel on that, bro. I can see how he could draw the connection on that though, bro.
So we calling Ye a snitch now, bro?
He is snitching, yes. But I don't know, but is that snitching as well? Like to me, I don't think let me take that back. That's not snitching. That's not snitching. Because I don't think that has, to me, I take the word snitching very seriously. And I think that snitching to me is when you're telling about a crime
that you were also involved in,
or one that has nothing to do with you, right? You just out here telling, you telling, right? That's snitching to me, which is even different from ratting, because ratting to me is when you are doing the crime, but you are telling on another person who also was involved with that crime. That's rat. That's how I distinguish the two.
So he ain't 6'9" basically.
He's not 6'9". 6'9" that was doing crimes and then pointing fingers at people in his own crew who was also doing it. So I don't know. I don't know. But listen, bro. I can see the parallel on that one. It wasn't like she got a young person. If it was Miles or Mikal Bridges or your boy Cameron Payne, I might be like, I don't know about that. I don't know. If Chris Paul got long money, and I think that, at this point, she might be inclined to mess with somebody else who got equal or also long money. I think campaign might be a drop off. You know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't talk about Ayton. She talk about the OG, bro. I don't know, Ace.
I don't know. But, man, look, we brought up Meek, man. So, Meek is saying that for his next project, he's not trying to put it on no streaming service because he don't want to get $1 off of 1,000 streams, that he wants to put it to either Cash App or this other service where you basically pay and then you get sent a link. What's your thoughts on that, bro?
I think that Meek should link up with us and put his album out through FTMG.
Yeah, but FTMG is going through streaming services, so that wouldn't necessarily be in his plan.
Well, if that's the case, though, I think that he should make that. What I think that he should do is, I think that if it's about the money, right, versus getting your music out there to the message. If you think you have that kind of that to the masses, I'm sorry. I think that you should sell your albums independently, right? I think that you can.
That's what he's doing. So that's what I'm saying. So it's like, like if he has it set through Cash App, right? It's like, look, you send him $10, he sends you the link. So it's basically like selling out the trunk, but in 2022. That's
I think you
direct
should
to
do it.
consumer. So that's what he's saying.
I think that it's so. This is the thing. I do think that it is interesting. Ooh, Lord, that's crazy. Sorry about that, but I do think that it is crazy though, man. That he is doing that, and he is signed. When they say he signed to a major, I mean he signed through Rick Ross and Maybach Music to a major. So it just goes. To me, this is what I look at. I look at it like this. He's a veteran artist now, and most veteran artists understand the big disparity between streams and pay that I don't think that new artists do, or that I think that artists, you'll never be able to get the worth, right? So even let's say you got all these young boys that are signing these. They were talking about NBA young boys. Speaking of young boys, Trippie Redd, all these dudes are signing these $30 million deals, $40 million deals with labels, and Meek basically said, "Hey, how much did my one song do?" And they said something like $25 million or something like that. And he said, "Well, how much of it did I make?" And they were just like, So I think that you know, as an artist, you'll understand that you'll never be able to make what the label makes off of it, even with the current climate of the streams and all that other stuff. But it shouldn't be that wide of a gap. And I think that the payout of the streams though is something that it's here. So if you don't want to deal with that, then that just means pull your music from the streaming platforms, and you won't make the money from the streaming platforms. Sell it directly to a consumer, and you'll likely be less popular. But if you feel like you're going to make more money, then if you're in it for the money, then I think that's what you got to do.
But I think his fame is already set. That I don't think Meek is getting any more new fans. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he is either. I don't think
So
he's not going to be any more famous than what he already is.
Right. So if you capped off on fans, bro, and it is what it is. If you support me, then you gonna get it. And if not, you're gonna find out the support. So you think it's a good move for him though?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. If Drake didn't do it, I don't think anybody's ever really gonna. So the only person who
yeah, but Drake is in a completely different situation, bro.
Not exactly. Let me tell you where I'm going with that. Let me tell you where I'm going with that.
All right.
Okay. So I'm thinking that okay. So Tech Nine, right? So Tech Nine he's completely independent in the sense of he basically still goes through the streaming services, but he's not signed to a major label to distribute his music. He's not signed anything. So all of his shows, everything that he does, he is his own 360 deal, right? I think that the reason why I say that is that to me, the only person who I think could be completely independent and sustain that is Drake. And if Drake isn't going to do it, then I don't think it's going to work in the long term to do that as a career, to say, no, my music isn't on streaming platforms. You got to come to my website or come here to actually do it. And Drake's the only one that I think is big enough to do that.
Taylor Swift could do it.
Taylor Swift is another one. Yeah. I'm talking about hip hop.
Okay. Yeah. Drake could do it. But the reason why I said Drake is in a different situation is because Drake's re-up to sign to a major or to partner with a label, with a major, is way different type of deal than what Meek would have, right? Which is why Drake is secure in signing with the major or partnering with the major, because the partnership is different. And that's what I mean with Meek, right? Meek is still an artist per se, whereas Drake, owns his situation, but it's the structured deal that he has for re-signing. Like, he keeps a lot of lights on.
Meek, so I think that Meek, so this is where I think. Okay. Mm-hmm. I think that with all due respect, Meek isn't as big as he think he is, because
100%.
I think that Drake keep the lights on, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that labels, whoever he was signed to, if it was Def Jam, I don't think that Def Jam is saying, hey, you know what, our bread and butter at this point is Meek. I think though that Drake coming up missing is a whole different ball game.
100%.
And even with that, I think that
deal which is why that deal was bigger. But here's the thing: this is why this is, and you're bringing up a point that I was about to say, right? That the reason that bar where he said you ain't on your something about your girls tour.
Is that your girls? Is that a world tour or your
on
girls
your
tour?
girls tour. That's why that stung so hard because he, like you said, people know him because he got out of jail by Robert Kraft and Jay-Z. Like people know that Meek, right? You got to be a true Meek. Like I can't name a Meek song. I mean, that's just me. Only thing I know
get out of
is
here.
I'm so serious. I'm so serious. Only thing I know ain't what he got an intro that's like super famous.
Dog, you know I'm a boss.
Charles, I'm telling you, bro. That I have no reason.
I'm a boss. I'm a boss. I pay the cows.
Charles, listen. I have no reason to cap. If you wouldn't have said that, I wouldn't have known that was. I can't name 3 Meek Mill songs.
Oh my gosh.
I can't name 2. No, I'm so serious. I cannot. Babe, can you name a Meek Mill song? Exactly. She even said it. No idea. I can't name a Meek Mill song, bro.
Listen, so you don't know. Is it so you don't know am word to dreams and nightmares?
No. Don't even know what that song is.
Oh my God.
I don't even know what that song is.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you this. Does Sarah know any of the words to Nuck If You Buck?
Do you know any words to Nuck If You Buck? Yeah. That's what she knows is that.
Oh my gosh. I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this, in a matter of time. That don't sound at all. They don't ring a bell, huh?
No. That sounds familiar. I have no clue what that song is.
Oh my God, that's Dreams and Nightmares, bro.
Oh,
listen,
okay.
Yeah, like listen, I've actually seen videos of people, brides and grooms, playing this and performing this at weddings, bro. Like it's like, listen, I can't.
Right, but what I'm saying is, I'm not saying Meek doesn't have fans.
I'm only saying this. I'm saying that to say this. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I think this is weird. I think that this is, to me, very easily Meek Mill's biggest song. And I think that where I think that Meek Mills is getting things a little mixed up is that I think that he thinks that because that song is always in demand, he performs it anytime anytime any team in Philadelphia has something, he performs. He performed it at an Eagles game. He performed it at the Phillies game. He might fool around and perform at the Philly Flyers game. He always. But I think that song was from 2012. That's 10 years ago, and I think that that's his, that's his Thriller, right?
Or that's his Pump It Up.
Not even Pump It Up. I think that, listen, I'm okay. Pump It Up might be a good comparison, but I would almost be inclined to say that Dreams. I don't know if Dreams and Nightmares is a bigger song than Pump. Now you got me thinking that, bro. Because they play Pump It Up at soccer games, bro, and I don't know. That should be a good poll.
Question of the day.
A question of the day is Dreams and Nightmares. Well, no, not even just say that. It should be what song is a bigger song. Yeah, because if you just say Dreams and Nightmares is more current, right? But that's a good Pump It Up, bro. Was big.
Brothers question of the day, bro. Which one is a bigger song?
Oh my gosh.
I'll put it on your Charles page and tag me in it.
I'm gonna go ahead. I think that people are gonna say Dreams and Nightmares because it's more current.
But see, that's the thing. We gotta like you said, we gotta specify not which one do you like better, but which one is a bigger song, right?
Oh my gosh. Listen, Dreams and Night. Listen, bro, let me tell you. So Well, let me tell you that. Let me tell you, this is how epic I think Dreams and Nightmares is. Right. So let me tell you. Okay. When I just think about this, my boy Courtney, we were celebrating his birthday, right? At the club. We at Boogaloo in the VIP. We doing the thing. And what's funny about it, it's funny you say that too, because they play it. And when they play it, they run it back. They run back the first 4 bars. When he says, he said, my dreams unfold, the nightmares come true. And then they ran it back. And then people said all of the song all over again. Ran it back like 4 times. And then they finally get to the point where it's like, hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished. Y'all brought in and that's about it. Y'all thought it was ready. And he was like, and everybody goes crazy when the beat changes, though, bro. And when it happened, though, man, it was epic. So then fast forward. We at the trap karaoke. Somebody gets up there and perform that, and everybody loses it. I never did that to pump it up, bro.
I feel you.
So
but I'm saying,
that,
but what's a bigger song though? Because again,
commercially, I think Pump It Up is.
Because Pump It Up gets played at basketball games. Like I think they play that joint at the Thunder game.
Yeah, Pump It Up. I think Pump It Up commercially. Culturally, I think Dreams and Nightmares is. That would be how I would assess that, bro.
Yo, let's stay on the subject of streaming, bro. The girl, Sweetie.
Yeah, we call her Sweeney. Oh my gosh!
Hey, she only had 2,000 downloads, bro.
Hey, listen, bro, I'm not surprised. And listen, and
what does that mean? Do you not surprised? That's because I was a little surprised. I'm thinking if I see her at McDonald's, I'm thinking she was bigger than what she was.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, so for some reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that this is just mine. Listen, I don't. This is weird because I just for some reason don't think that Saweetie is authentic, and I say that to say this. I say that because of this, right? So Sweetie, I think her dad was a professional athlete and her mama was a video vixen.
Mm-hmm.
I think that she's a college graduate.
Mm-hmm.
I think that she kind of grew up a bit on the privileged side. And I don't know a lot about her, but I think that she grew up well off, right?
Yeah.
And I think that because of that though, right? I just think that her kind of music don't seem to connect as much as Glorilla, who to me seems to be authentically ratchet, right? She seems like, and even then, she seems like, and not to say that she's street, but she seems to be very authentically Memphis. Cardi B, right, seems to be people at the core. I think that she seems a bit on the hood side. Nicki, a bit on the hood side. Megan, like people, Megan graduated, but she's self-made. I think that she seems authentic, and I just don't think that I've never thought Sweetie just connected to where you would have a dude rapping her songs, right? And so because of that, I thought, I'm not gonna say she's like a transplant, but she's just like a pretty girl who raps, and she doesn't have any credibility. So when she comes out with the 2000, like to me, maybe the blueprint for her should be everybody else's, like singles, put out more singles. But when you put out I think it was a mixtape. I don't know if it was a whole album, but I'm just saying like I don't know if anybody's ready.
I need to see her credibility, bro. Let me call my correspondents and let's see.
I don't think anybody, like, she got that one song, The Best Friend. Like, she makes like catchy kind of commercial style, songs, but it ain't ratchet to me. And I think that's what I think a lot of these new folks like. They like to do ratchet stuff to ratchet music, and it helps that the person who's put it out.
Layla Shanae, hello, this is Ahmad Kennedy calling from the Slash Brothers podcast. Can you put me on speakerphone for a minute? Is your sister around you?
No, sir, she's not. It's just me.
Okay. Your uncle has a question for you.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, so my question for you is that do you listen to any of Saweetie's music?
I used to, but then I didn't really like it, so I just switched to a different artist.
Okay, and when you went to a different artist, what artist did you switch to?
Well, it's a lot like Rod Wave or Glorilla or Cardi B, or Mulatto.
So let me ask you this. So what is it about Glorilla that you like?
Her song.
No,
They
what
catchy.
they what now?
They catchy.
They catchy. What's
Mhm.
catchy? Is it what part of it is catchy? Is it the beat? Is it what she's saying?
I don't know, just like everything, just like the whole groove about it is catchy. Like it's something you can just vibe to.
It's a little ratchet.
Huh?
It's a little ratchet.
Yeah, it's just like you already said the beat, so yeah, the beat and just like it's just
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I thought.
Well,
That's what I thought.
We thank you for your time and thank you for listening to the Slash Brothers podcast. Even though you probably don't listen. Bye.
Wow.
Yeah, I know you, man. She doesn't. She looks. Listen, I think that she looks prettier than Glorilla, right? Glorilla, like to me, it's weird because I'm not. That's a whole nother conversation, right? But
Right.
I think that if you put the two side by side, most people would look and say, "Sweetie." I think anyway, people would say, "Sweetie looks finer." But I think that just for some reason, she just doesn't seem like. I'm not going to even lie. With all the critiques that people have to say about Glorilla, because people say that she raps hard, she got a deep voice like a dude, but at the same time, listen, I think a lot of Memphis chicks that I've heard sound like Glorilla, so she sounds the part. I think that she comes from that. She don't just rap about that, and I think that that's how it is with Sweetie though. So it didn't surprise me. Now, what I do think is interesting though, right, is because she's one of the first female artists to put out something recent that I can think of that didn't catch, right? Because Glorilla's coming out. Glorilla got a song with Lotto, right? Lotto's been riding the success of Big Energy. She's been doing her thing. And so here lately, I don't think that there's been a time since the golden era that there's been a better time for female rappers. I think they're way more empowered now. And so if you put out a song and if you put out a project of that profile, it's got to say something if yours is the only one that ain't catching though, bro. So not surprising though, bro.
Well, bro, we got a little bit of time left, and there's been some major things popping off over the last 2 weeks or so that has got the media resurfaced. Right. I figured I'd let you introduce it, and we can kind of get off into it.
Listen, man, we talked on the last episode, man, about Jerry Jones and the whole photo of Jerry Jones coming up when he was 14 years old, 65 years ago, I think it is. And I think that Stephen A. Smith was especially called all kind of coons and all kind of whatever the Uncle Toms, all the old school things, because they jitterbugs, jigaboos, all these other things, because he's already made it known. Hey, I'm quite fond of Jerry Jones. While I hate the Cowboys, I'm a Jerry Jones kind of guy. And I think that people were very surprised that Stephen A. just said, this ain't nothing. He don't deserve that. He came to Jerry Jones' defense. And you and I basically said, hey, you know what? For different reasons, I think that he shouldn't be crucified for it, right?
Right.
Although I don't think that he should be beyond reproach. Like I do believe that it's not unrealistic or unreasonable for somebody to ask Jerry Jones, hey, what was up with that? I know that it was 14 years ago, but can you speak on that, right? Because to me, that's an opportunity that for Jerry Jones, even at 80 years old, for him to say, listen, this was 14 years ago. I was there 65 years ago. I'm sorry. This was 65 years ago. I was 14 years old. Here's what the times were. I've grown since then. Here's what I'm about now, right? And those were some harsh times. I'm against that. I do think that it's an opportunity missed that Jerry Jones, even 65 years later, to denounce something that that happened 14. I mean, he was 14 years. But this came up again because LeBron James said, "Hey, I'm surprised. Now, y'all want to ask me all this stuff about Kyrie, and y'all want to ask me about the things that Kyrie had to do in order to get back into good graces by his owner, but also from the Jewish community, right? These are some things that he can do to make this all right." And so I think that what was interesting is that LeBron said, "Y'all ain't asking me that about Jerry Jones. Y'all ain't got to ask me now. We ain't got to talk about it, but I'm just surprised that y'all didn't." My question to you is, LeBron on to something?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, because LeBron gets his hands dirty with all sorts of things, right?
Facts.
But no, because the thing is that LeBron is a basketball guy, so them asking him about Kyrie is, to me, on subject. For one, it was very, very public that Kyrie wanted to be back with LeBron. That is a former teammate of LeBron's. It's a basketball thing. And they consider LeBron and Kyrie to be friends. So I could see why they would ask them a question about that. Jerry Jones, being the owner of a football team, even though that was once LeBron's team, he was a Cowboys fan until he denounced it or whatever the case may be. So I'm not, like I said, the thing is here's the thing. LeBron could have very easily, from his platform, come out and say what he wanted to say about Jerry Jones and didn't have to wait for the media to ask the questions. But I understand his bigger point of, we need to keep that same energy that you gonna ask me about a black guy, but you ain't asked me about the white guy. You know, did they ask him about Brett Favre?
I don't think so. They may have, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Do we remember him even commenting about the Brett Favre thing?
I don't recall. And listen, I don't recall it getting the attention of him asking about Jerry Jones guy, if it did.
So all I'm saying is this. I understand, again, we talked about Kyrie. I mean, not Kyrie. We talked about Ye and the power and the platform that he has and how he's using it. So LeBron's doing that with his platform and power. So I don't have any issue with that. The only thing I will say about, I still feel the same about the Jerry Jones thing. I'm not going to hold him accountable for something that happened when he was 14 years ago, because I'm 42. I'm not even 80. I'm 42 years old and wouldn't want nobody trying to bring up what I was doing at 14. Because I was
okay, but if you were called to the carpet to explain something that you said when you were 14, would you have a problem with doing that?
My response would be, I was 14. That would be my response.
Right. So this is where I think that someone would take issue with that, right? Because you and I, well, listen, I get what you're saying. But what I'm saying is that you and I, we talk about everything, right? So now this comes up about you, this quote, and you don't want to talk about that because you were 14. My point is, Jerry Jones likes to talk about everything. Jerry Jones loves to talk. He loves to have a microphone in front of him. He's the only owner with the talk show. He'll talk about every single thing. So my thing is that, okay, you ain't, we're not gonna judge you, right? But what happened? Speak on that, right? Not that you're gonna be judged. And so for me personally, if somebody said, we talked about this before. We used to say some things now that would get us canceled. Back. Right now, we said those same things, right? And not that it's an excuse, but I would be able to explain to somebody that when we said those things, this is what they were meant. And the times were different because the climate was different, right? The intentions were different. These are things that I would feel okay with explaining if I said those things at 14 years old. Now, mind you, I was 14 not that long ago, but way sooner than Jerry Jones was. So I understand that the times were different. But I just think that my thing is the fact that nobody has publicly on a platform asked Jerry Jones about that, and the fact that he doesn't feel the need to, after all he wants to do is talk, That's kind of the issue that I have. Not that
I don't have an issue with it at all because I don't care. Here's the thing: when you are a public figure, that does not give people the right to have access to everything that you do. You give people the access you want them to have. That's the power that you have as a public figure. He doesn't have to answer the question. The thing is that, well, for one, he did answer the question. He already answered it. People want him to expound on it. My thing is once I give you an answer and that's not comfortable for you, it's not my job to make you comfortable. I have answered your question. And again, I was 14 years old. So for that, ain't nothing more to talk about. I don't care how many ways you ask the question, don't matter.
I guess my thing is that I personally don't appreciate how it comes across as if he's beyond reproach. And the other thing too is that again, bro, all you want to do is talk. Like you had a lot to say about Colin Kaepernick. You had a lot to say about this, that, and the other. Mm-hmm. But this come across, and now you sitting here, you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got no words. Like I understand that you don't have to have all access.
The difference, the Colin Kaepernick thing has something to do with his business. Him being 14 years old has nothing to do with his business.
Okay, so here we go. So then, if people say, you know what, I'm boycotting the Cowboys, all this other stuff, it didn't affect it. Do you think Jerry Jones said something then?
Hey, that's the power that the people have, right? Again, I can answer the question the way I want to. People have the right to respond to the way that I answer the question the way they want to. So my thing is, as long as it's not affecting business, then no, I don't have to answer that question. Again, because somebody is a public figure, they have the right to decide what they want to talk about or not. Just because I'm a public figure does not give you 100% access to everything that I've done. Because again, for somebody who has been 14 and knows the things that they've done at 14, I am not fixing to let that be what defines me as a 42-year-old man. Ain't gonna happen.
I suppose so, man. I just think that I don't know, man. It just feels like so this will tell you. I think that a lot of people feel the same way. I just wonder, right? I just wonder if I don't want to bring up race, but I don't know that other races would do that, bro. I don't know that other races would hold us to that same standard. That's all that's one that I'm saying. So it's like, why, right? Do we give them that pass like that? You know what I'm saying? Like that.
What are we giving them a pass for, bro? The thing is,
giving them the old folks pass.
No, we're not. This is the thing. If something recent were to happen, just like how we held the Clippers owner accountable for something that he did recently, we held him accountable. We held Hulk Hogan accountable for something he did recent. So
I'm not saying he has to lose the team. I'm just saying, listen.
No. I'm only addressing the fact that you said we don't hold people accountable. We have held people accountable for the things they have done in the moment or that were recent. This is the owner of the Suns. He out of here because of stuff he did recent or in the near past, right? So my thing is that you're talking about trying to ask the questions about somebody who was a kid at the time. I have two 14-year-olds right now, right? I'm not going to hold them to the same standard that my two 19-year-olds and my 22-year-old, right? Because even looking at them who were the 19-year-olds, when they were 14, there were things that they did that if I ask them about now at 19, they're going to have a way different mindset about it. Because me, like even Samaya, right? I've had her over and just the conversations we have now, you would have never thought that person was 14. And so I'm not, for me, nah, bro. I
just think that you can't ask me that. I ain't gonna answer that. That's an easy pass to me. That's the thing.
That wasn't my response.
No. I'm just saying. I just don't think that it should just be that easy, bro. That's all.
Hey, tomato. Because I mean, like I said, bro, you can ask me the question if you want to, but I have the right to answer the way I want to too. And you have the right to like my answer or not like my answer. But at the same time, for me, if I'm Jerry Jones, if I've already answered your question, which he did, he answered the question. It wasn't satisfactory, and now we want to hold on to it. We want to make it a bigger deal.
Because he said, yeah, I was curious. Okay, wait a minute. What was you curious about? Because
About
this is my
knowing
thing.
what's going on. So let me. So how old is Landon?
Landon is 13.
Okay, so Landon has never been involved in something to where there was a group of people making bad decisions, knowing how you raised him, right? And he's never been involved with being around other people making bad decisions. And you asking Landon, like, bruh, now, as much as I've raised you, why are you hanging out with the people that's doing X, Y, and Z? That's never happened.
Yeah, no, it has. And listen, and the thing is you need I need the explanation.
Right. But
right. I need that conversation.
Right. But what I'm saying is, kids at a certain age, they make dumb decisions, all of them, right? So my thing is that him being curious at 14 years old, why am I expecting him to have an adult level mind of that at 14? When because I know how my kids were raised, but if they were put in a situation where, hey, it's a group of us making dumb decisions, I know that it's very possible that they can do that.
Listen, man, I just think that if you're going to celebrate the people that were on the other side of that picture, then I think that it's also reasonable to question the people. If you celebrate the people on the other side of that picture to today, then I think that it's acceptable to question the people who were on that other side as well. Right? If you celebrate the black people that were trying, like they do, they talk about that Little Rock 7 all the time. It's in every history book, right? So my thing is that if you bring it up and you celebrate those people to this day, right? You can't undo it. So you celebrate, you speak about it. So I think that because of that, if you celebrate one half of that picture, then I think that it's reasonable, right? Because you got to think about that though, right? When you talk about, when people say, "Oh, you know what? Slavery wasn't that long ago," right? Oh, you mean what? You mean my grandparents? Well, they're Jerry Jones, right? What's that? That was right around, that was before the civil rights era, right? So when you said that I just think that, to me, not that you got to condemn Jerry Jones, but to me, give more context. That's all I'm saying. Whether or not you feel like you have to, or whatever it is, I'm not going to jump on you, but just to say, yeah, I was curious, or you got to explain that.
Like I said, I disagree.
I see. That's where I think ultimately, when LeBron is saying, "Listen, I'm disappointed. Y'all want to bring up everything else. Y'all don't want to talk about this." I think Jerry Jones is the same way. Jerry Jones loved to talk, and he don't want to talk about this though. So nah. And listen, if it never became public information, that's one thing, right? I don't think you got to bring up something that wasn't public knowledge, but now it is. So yeah, the pick and choose just make you seem, yeah, it seems a little cowardly, bro. Hey, it's Friday, bro. What's good with you, man? What you got popping?
Man, I can't say. I'm headed to a surprise birthday party. And that's
hopefully they're not watching this.
Nah, I doubt it. They'll probably see it after the fact. They'll do the rewatch and they'll be like, "Oh, it was dope. You was coming to the party." So yeah, I'm headed to a surprise birthday party, and then I've got some business to finish up. You and I had some great conversations last night. We had some other contributors, so we're gonna put that all together and put that into a melting pot, and that's gonna be something soon. What about you, brother?
Bro, listen, I'm so my birthday is on Tuesday, next Tuesday. So I don't know that if I'm actually gonna do the pod or not. If we just cancel that one just because
I canceling, that's your birthday, bro.
I consider that work, and I've never worked on my birthday ever in my whole life.
Right. No.
Yeah, so
I mean, that's gonna be your call. If you so it's tentative that we won't be there.
No, I probably won't listen. But so I am celebrating the birthday this weekend. Oh man, I think that I was hoping to do the thing that I was hoping to do kind of got booked up real quick though, man. So I'm still looking to get on that with some of the peeps though, man. Some of the homies that I just don't get an opportunity to catch up with as often though, man. So we gonna head on out, celebrate the birthday. And then probably next Tuesday, I'm probably just gonna end up doing some lunch probably with the fam. And that's it though, bro. But I'm looking to kick it while out a little bit for my birthday and do my thing though, man.
That's what's up, man. Well, look,
I'm excited.
Let's get on out of here, brother.
Let's do it.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Splash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Splash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast.
Can you dig it, sucker?